Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to G's Kitchen, a new cooking show here on YouTube where you will find the most delicate, elegant, exquisite food that your measly mortal eyes will ever lay eyes on. And today we're going to be making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but not any peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh no ho ho, a grotesque peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Not grotesque as in it's ugly or disgusting, no, it was made by me, which means it is the best of the best. But first, I think we could do for some more classy apparel. With a quick snap of the fingers, we'll get changed. You ready? 3, 2, 1. And there it is. We are officially changed, which means now we just need to go gather the ingredients and we get cracking on this peanut butter and jelly. Now, unfortunately, I don't have all the ingredients here with me, so we're gonna need to take a quick trip out to the kitchen before we return here and actually do a few other preparations before we make this peanut butter and jelly proper. So for this, we're going to need to switch perspectives, and there it is. Now, wait, that's where you were seeing me from before, but now you're seeing a whole different angle. Here's the microphone, and there's the audacity. There's my voice. But anyway, now we need to go out to the kitchen and, get some food. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, this iPhone that I'm using is an iPhone 6S, and it's so old that the battery's basically fried, so I hope it doesn't die while I'm recording this. So you'll want to grab a plate and then put it down, and, you know, at this point, most people would say, oh, just grab 2 pieces of bread, put it on the plate, but no, we're doing something a bit different here. So we're gonna be plugging in the toaster, because what you want to do is you want to put your toaster down to, like, you don't want it completely toasted, just put it down on, like, 1 or 2 or so, just, you know, either the lowest level or the next lowest, because you want it to be a little crispy, not totally toasted, but just a little bit crispy, so then it's warm, so then when you put the peanut butter on it, it gets all melty and ooh, gives that ooey gooey goodness. Then you put the bread in the toaster and drop it down just like so. After that, you will need to grab some Jif creamy peanut butter. This is the best peanut butter on planet Earth. I don't care what anybody says. You know, the other ones are fine, like Reese's, Peter Pan, etc. But no, Jif creamy is the all-time best, and I will hear nothing else. Dude, I got so scared for a minute. I smelled something burning, and I was like, wait, what the hell, is my house about to burn down? But then I realized, no, it's just the toaster going. I'm such a moron. Next up, we're gonna grab that grape jelly. Like, when it comes to PB&J, I just think the default is like, you know, grape jelly like this. Now, strawberry jelly is really good too, but like, I don't know, man. I just feel like the strawberry jelly is one of those things where it's like, yeah, when you have grape and strawberry, like, they're both good, but like grape is just that default, like, peanut butter and jelly goodness. You know what I mean? Dude, is it normal for the toaster to smell like it's burning? Like, bro, it's on the lowest setting. What the hell? Next up, we're gonna grab a knife. Normally, I'd grab 2 knives, one for the PB, one for the jelly, but, you know, I don't want to dirty up a bunch of knives. I'm a lazy bum. The less I have to clean, the better. Bro, is there something wrong with this toaster? It's been on the lowest setting for, like, a couple minutes now. Why is it not done? Okay, there it is. I was about to say, but anyway, it's nice and warm. Not overly, like, toasted, you know what I mean? But it's, like, just enough to where it's not like super crispy or whatever. It's just warmed up. Oh shoot, I just hit the bread on something. Just then when you put the PB on it, it's nice and warm and gooey. And you waddle away, waddle. Probably grab a few napkins while you're at it, because this will probably get messy.
Back to the dungeon we go.
Wait a minute, I've seen you before. All right, so now we're back, and this is gonna be the tricky part. Actually making the peanut butter and jelly, and making it in a way where you guys can actually see everything. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take my main camera, flip it around, and then just kind of give you guys the POV perspective as we do things, possibly. Or maybe we could do a dual cam. Actually, no, that's the way to do it. Dual cam setup. Alrighty, so before we get started, you'll want to make sure you have some napkins ready, and then you'll want to take your 2 pieces of bread, just like that. And I always say do the peanut butter on the left one, and then the jelly over here on the right one. Also, sorry if my hands look fucked up. We're just now getting into summer, and my hands get really dry during the colder months, so that's why my hands are still a little messed up. But anyway, grab your Jif Creamy, the best peanut butter in the universe. Get a nice healthy dollop, just like so. Something just like that. You want enough to where not only does it cover the bread, but there's also a thick layer. So something like that, that's nowhere near enough. We're gonna need a little bit more. There we go. That's looking a little more like it. We'll see how it looks after it's all spread out, because again, you just want like a nice layer. Oh yeah, and since the toast is all nice and warm, man, if only you guys could feel it and see it and smell it right now. The peanut butter is melting in real time. Well, I guess you can actually see it, yeah. It's actually like melting in real time. I feel like we could still put a little bit more PB on this. If you're a little sensitive, maybe be a little careful. You know, you don't want to shit your pants. But just like so, that's a decent amount of peanut butter. Personally, I'd probably put a little bit more on there, but just for the sake of the video, we'll just say do that about, like, I don't know, maybe about 2 tablespoons, maybe a little less, 1.5 tablespoons if you're sensitive. And then next is the important part. A lot of people will be like, oh, do a 1-to-1 ratio, do a 2-to-1 ratio. I'll tell you how it is. You want to do a 2-to-1 ratio of the jelly. A 1-to-1 just leaves you with a bit too much jelly going around, whereas if you do a 2-to-1, it's, you know, you get enough of that PB and that jelly, since jelly's a bit sweeter. It's one of those things where you need less jelly to taste it and more of the PB to taste that, if that makes sense. So 2-to-1's the way to go. So now we gotta wait till the jelly gets to the bottom of the bottle. If you can, you know, it's like really stuck. Okay, there we go. We got some down there, so just
Okay. It's coming out, bro. What the hell am I doing? Come on, big boy. It's stuck up in there. Come on, get the fuck out, bro. It's just, it won't come out. Come on, squirt for daddy. I was trying to keep this PG initially when I started recording this video, but no, dude, we're too far past all that. All right, so I think that's enough jelly. It's fine. Just let me just get. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Wait, no, there's that little bit on the edge. We're just gonna finger it real quick. Yeah, give me the jelly and just rub it on there, it's fine. Oh, I forgot how sticky jelly is. Why are you so sticky? And then similarly to the peanut butter, you'll want to spread it across the bed. Across the bed, dude, where the hell is my brain today? Then you'll spread it across the bread, or the bed if you like to do it that way, man. I mean, if if y'all like getting in there with the jelly, I ain't, to each his own. And he waddled away, waddle to the very next day. Man, spreading jelly is such a pain in the rear. Now, it's helpful because the bread's already been toasted, so like it's spreading a bit easier than usual, because bro, if you just try to spread cold jelly, I mean, if you know, it is such a pain. But yeah, we got it pretty good there. And now what you want to do is you want to grab the two pieces and you want to marry them together. Marriage, I know nothing about it, but there it is. You have successfully married the two pieces together, which means you have a peanut butter and jelly. It's pretty sad when a peanut butter and jelly is happier than you'll probably ever be in your entire life. Let's go ahead and do the taste test. I will not give you the pleasure of seeing me bite into it, though. You will see me after I'm done chewing it, because I don't need anybody clipping it, fetishizing, and doing questionable things to clips of me eating food. I know how you people are. Okay, I'm sorry I lied to y'all. I said I was only gonna take one bite. Look, it's a really good sandwich. I even licked the knife clean. It's, that's a damn good peanut butter and jelly. And the thing is, if you try to take it apart afterward, like, you really can't, because it's all, like, married together with the jelly, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you can see like, you can still see traces of the peanut butter on there. And that's, like, the perfect part about when you toast it, right? Because it all just comes together and it's just, ugh. But anyways, there it is. There is the peanut butter and jelly. What would I rate this? I would give this a good 420 out of 69. There's great taste. The toasting before, putting the peanut butter and such on it was a great touch. Peanut butter and jelly is obviously a classic. There is other kinds of jelly, right? Like, you could do the strawberry jelly and whatnot. And I've always said this. It's interesting how you would think, people mostly dip apples in peanut butter of any fruit. But nobody ever really dips grape or strawberries in peanut butter. So why the hell are grape and, even strawberry the defaults that they go to and not apple jelly? Apple jelly exists. It's normally the default. I just always thought that was interesting. But anyway, I also heard some BS about like, oh, apples can't make jelly, but the thing is, apple jelly exists, so no, it's possible. There's just some workarounds that need to be made. But anyway, there it is. There's a peanut butter and jelly. If you want to spice it up, you could put some club crackers on the side or some Oreo cookies and grab a Coke with it, as if there's not enough sugar in this sandwich as is. And anyways, yeah, that's it. I think that's where we'll conclude it. You guys can look forward to some more dishes in the future, such as toast with butter, microwaved pancakes, toaster waffles, cereal, and anything else that requires minimum effort. And just in case anybody was looking for actual proportions as to how I would make a peanut butter and jelly, we're looking at 2 slices of bread, approximately 52 grams, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, which will be 33 grams, followed by a tablespoon of jelly, aka 20 grams, and then again the toasting process before, marrying everything together, and then having a nice, delicious, lowly, sugary, probably heart attack-inducing sandwich. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like with the last G's Kitchen video, you guys were intrigued by my otherworldly cooking skills, so today we're gonna be making some more food, but first, I need to change my outfit. Quick snap of the fingers. 3, 2, 1. And there it is. Wait a minute. I haven't worn this shirt in a few years. Unfortunately, we're going to be going out to the kitchen, which means that I won't be able to take this nice microphone with me. So the audio might be a little garbage going forward, but it is what it is. I feel like one of those cool vloggy people. I actually have like my camera on the tripod stick today, so now I'm gonna go out here like kind of, oh wait, now I'm blocking the light. Selfie stick it. I guess I'll bring my blinding white LEDs with me so that I can see things as we go. Something is starting to tell me that these sunglasses were a bad idea, but I'm full of bad ideas. Now that I think of it, the LED was probably a bit unnecessary, so I'm actually gonna go put this back. Now see, I'm very much a dad, you know what I mean? Like anytime that I cook or anytime that I really do anything that involves not sitting on my ass, I'll get some metal music going. We're talking like Metallica, Five Finger Death Punch, Slipknot, Pantera, hell yeah, Mudvayne, the works. But since we're making a video on YouTube, I can't exactly do that because, ooh, copyright. Anyway, the first step is to find a pan. Now, I never cook, so I got no idea where the hell my pans are at, so bear with me for a sec. Alright, now I know I'm supposed to be the one cooking here, but what kind of pan do we use for pancakes, dog? Like, aren't all pans just kind of the same? I mean, like, that one's like when you put mac and cheese in. Me and my buddies used to get stupid drunk and make tuna melts in this thing, but like, I don't know where, which one's meant for pancakes, dog? Maybe there's some over here. No, that's the waffle maker. Wait, aren't waffles and pancakes are literally the same, dog? Waffles are just shaped differently and have little pockets for syrup, which is why waffles are objectively better. Okay, now we're cooking. I found some more. So like, no, this one looks like, see, this one looks like a self-conscious pan. You know what I mean? It's overcompensating because you have the small pan here and that would have been fine. But then it feels the need to get all like twisted up and have like this really big like side thing to it, almost like a bowl. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm special because I'm thicker, but like it's still just like all tiny inside. You know what I mean? Like, stop overcompensating, bro. Like, you're not that good. All right, we'll just go with this red pan. See, this is what I like to see. It's not overcompensating. It knows what it is. It's a normal size pan. It's like, yeah, I'm bitch basic, but I'll get the job done. Kind of like me in bed. So now that you get that there, you gotta, oh shit, which one? Hold on, because there's like 4 of these things, and then there's like 4 of these things. So this, okay, so this goes for this side, and then this goes for this side. So bottom, yeah, let's go ahead and like, I don't know, do we get on like medium? I don't know, because look, there's 2 sides to it. There's like low, high, and then there's low, high. But is this like the higher version of high, or is this like the, like, wait, what? Oh, wait a minute, look at this. Okay, so there's like 2 circles. So this one means that, because look, these are like, these ones are bigger than those. So I'm assuming that we actually only need the smaller bit since it's a smaller pan. So yeah, we'll get it like, I don't know, what do you do, medium heat? Normally, I would just flip it all the way to high so it gets really hot and then cook the pancakes in like 30 seconds. But for the sake of actually making a quality product for the video, I don't think I can do that. So we'll go like medium, I guess. Then you gotta find where the hell the pancake mix is at. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we got like, what do we got up here? There's like 2 different kinds. Home style pancake waffle mix. Buttermilk. Well, what's the difference? Doesn't it all just make fucking pancakes? I guess we'll just go with the buttermilk one. Like, I don't like. It's the fuck. Wait, then there's this one, Pearl Milling Company. Dude, this used to be called Aunt Jemima's. Why the hell did they ever change the name? I remember my dad used to always have this stupid fucking rhyme for Aunt Jemima. He used to say something like, Aunt Jemima wants to lick your vagina, or something like that. Anyway, after that, then you gotta find the pan spray. Oh shit, bro. Where the fuck is everything? Okay, there it is. The pan spray's up here. There's a, yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, check it up good. And now I know I'm probably doing this in the wrong order because I didn't even prepare that one yet. But we're gonna just fucking spray it so it's ready. Dog, I'm doing everything in the wrongest orders. Ew, that pan bottle was slimy. I can't seem to show you what you wanna see. I can't convince you into wanting me. How the hell do you make this? Heat nonstick saute pan over medium high. Well, I put it on medium, so suck my ass. Or electric griddle to 375. It's electric, but there's no degrees, you dumb. Okay, pan is ready when drops of water sizzle. Well, I don't have water. I have pan spray. Combine mix in water and bowl. Stir with wire whisk until large lumps disappear. Pour slightly less than 1/4 cup batter into pan for turn pancakes over when bubbles form. Cook until golden brown. We're gonna do this grotesque style. Fuck this. Alright, so here's what you do. You grab a unconspicuous... What word was I even trying to say right there? You grab a giant spoon. Like, this spoon, it's like bigger than my mouth. Like, here, I'll show you guys a normal spoon. Like, I don't know why I have spoons that are this big. Here's a normal spoon. It's like, this thing's like for fucking giants. Next, you want to take a little bit of this stuff. So we're not trying to make a bunch. We're just trying to make like a tiny little pancake, you know what I mean? You just take it, and then here's the bowl. I'll show you again. We'll just kind of dump a little bit in there. I don't know, something like that. Is that enough for a pancake? I don't know. Maybe we should do a line real quick. That'll help us figure it out. Alright, well, I think that's enough. Next, we bring our bowl of cocaine over, or I'm sorry, I meant the pancake mix over here to the sink. You just get the water going like a little bit. You don't want too much. And we just kind of like put it in there. Oh yeah. Okay, that's, I don't know. Let me spoon that up a little bit. There you go. Mix for daddy. Okay, looks like our cocaine needs a little bit more water in it. Damn it. Should have listened to fucking Walter, man. All right, we liquidized the cocaine a little bit more. Maybe we can... Yeah, there we go. All right, that looks ready to be made into some fresh crack. Are you guys ready for some ASMR? Listen. Is that good pancake mix? Like, is that a good No, it still looks a little clumpy and chunky. Like, you don't want it, like, clumpy and chunky. Like, what is this? Are we, like, heathens eating chunky peanut butter? I'm not dissing chunky peanut butter. Chunky peanut butter is actually really good, but, like, come on. We can't lie to ourselves. Like, creamy is obviously the best one. Okay, now it's looking a little loose and runny. I don't really like when it's loose and runny. I kind of prefer when it's just, you know, tight and moist, but to each their own. All right, that looks good enough. Then it said, what, like 1/4 of a something? Yeah, well... didn't even get a spatula. Okay, thankfully the spatulas are literally right here. So we'll like grab the metal one because we're like chefs. So, you know, we gotta use the metal stuff. Next, we will pour our liquidized pancake mix into the pan. They said about 1/4 cup, so I'm just gonna go like, oh shit, the bowl is slipping. I swear, if I drop it in, I'm so dead. Okay, that looks like, I don't know. Do we make a man cake or a pancake? You know what I mean? I think we'll go in the middle. No, that's still kind of like a tiny cake. Okay, hold on. The bowl is slipping. I'm gonna drop it. Okay, that's fine. Now they said to do medium-high heat. I just did it on medium because like, fuck you. So now we have to wait until what? It said like it bubbles on the sides or something. Like, I don't know. Should I crank the? No. We're doing this grotesque style.
To go along with what I was saying earlier, how I have very much that like dad energy where like anytime I'm doing literally anything, I need to be listening to music, specifically metal. I also just like to have very in-depth and deep conversations at literally the most random, unexpected time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're cooking a pancake and we're just gonna sit here talking about life. Y'all ever have those times in your life where you're walking, right? Like if you're a dude, you understand this. You see a pretty girl and they like smile at you, and you see like, you know, you just see a pretty girl smiling, and that's all it is. It's just like, oh, you know, that's a pretty girl. But then you got those 1 in a million where they smile at you, and you don't just see a pretty face. You see a house. You see 2 kids. You see a car in the driveway. You see a dog in the backyard. Those are the ones that hit different, man. And it sucks because every time that happens, you just know that it's too good to be true because there's no way they'd ever get with you. So anyway, how about inflation? Yeah, I think I accidentally made the pancake way too thick because like, it started to like you can see how thick it is, bro. That thing is thicker than Nicki Minaj. All right, while we wait for this pancake to cook, because this thing's probably gonna take, I'm gonna crank up the heat just a little bit. We're gonna do some dances, all right? So if anybody has ever like, you know, tried to learn to floss, but you don't have any idea how, I'm gonna teach you right now. So basically, you stand up, you get your arms out like this, and you swing your hips kind of like, they kind of go with your arms, right? So you want to go like right, and then left, and then right. But like when you go like that, right? Like the left one needs to go behind, so it's kind of like that, just like badonk, and then it goes back out, and then you swing it back around, and then the right one goes behind this time, and you just kind of keep going that. Swing, swing, swing. And that's it. So I cranked up the heat a little bit, and it's a lot like what my father used to say about me. A disappointment. Dude, this is becoming one thick owl boy, though. Let me tell you what. I can't believe I made it that big. I like big butts and I cannot lie. My other brothers can't deny. Rolling. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Alright, this thing is starting to bubble a little bit, so maybe it's time that we flip it. I mean, I don't. Let me just take a little. No, we gotta give it some more time. This is one thick boy. I'm about to expose a very ugly truth about myself. I love condiments so much that the entire top drawer of my fridge is literally just sauces that I put on sandwiches and chicken nuggets. I also always have coconut milk, Coca-Cola, and tea in my fridge. Iced tea specifically, you know, like the sweetened stuff with all the sugar, all the stuff that's bad for you. Like, you know, I like herbal teas and stuff too. In fact, I actually usually prefer that stuff, but I'm so in eating disorder recovery, so I just have to like drink half my calories until I'm better. But anyway, let's go ahead and try to flip the, oh yeah. Okay, see, it wasn't bubbling on the sides just because it's so thick that it couldn't really go out to bubble like that, but I mean, that's a nice McDonald's hash brown looking golden brown. Now granted, if I push it down a little bit, maybe we get the insides to cook a little bit, because that's going to be the hardest part, because I, again, made this thing really thick. See, the one thing that I've learned that they really like is like, you know, once you flip it and then you pull it out, you want to give it like a few, you know, slaps on the top. You know, you always just kind of want to like pull it out quick, give it a little before you go back in for it, you know what I mean? Now I guess we gotta let this sit for a little while longer. This is like the longest cooking session for a pancake I've ever had. You know what I'm wondering? What would happen if you cooked a pancake and then like put it in the toaster? You get like a crispy pancake? Dude, would that actually be good though? Listen boys, I'd do it, but something tells me that putting a hot pancake in a toaster might just set my house on fire, so maybe not today. You wanna know the coolest thing about hats? When you wear it forwards, you know, you kind of look like a dad, then all you gotta do is spin it around and then I sit back with this pack of zigzags and this bag of this weed. It gives me the shit needed to be. Or you just kind of put it to the side, just like, yo. Bro, I got like a ponytail. I did it. I don't know, I'm just dancing to some song that's playing in my head. It's a song that doesn't even exist. Is this damn pancake ready yet, dog? I mean, like, oh,
Yeah, it actually almost is finally. Jeez, I mean, it took long enough. I mean, you know, like, I even put up the heat and everything. Like, I don't know. Let's just let it sit for a moment. We want to get a little more crispy. Just give it a few more daddy slaps like that. And, yeah, you know, like, it looks fine. I mean, you know what? No, yeah, it's actually like a pretty nice golden brown right there. All right, there it is. Pancake complete, side quest complete, give me my 500 XP, thank you Skyrim. Like the great Daddy Todd Howard says, it just works. So now we grab a plate, then we bring the plates over here, and then, you know, you could like use a spatula and whatever, but you know, we're too lazy to do all that. Just grab the whole damn pan and just, oh yeah, flop it on there. And there it is, there's your pancake. But we're not done yet. Next, you're gonna grab some country crock butter. Doesn't have to be country crock. It could be a little Debbie or like, you know, vegan, but I don't give a shit. Just grab butter, dude. Next up, you're gonna grab some syrup. It doesn't matter what kind you got. If it's like Pearl Milling normal, if it's like an ancient bottle of Aunt Jemima, if it's Butter Rich, if it's generic brand, or if it's King syrup. We all know King syrup is the best, but we just got some Butter Rich, you know, the Pearl Milling syrup right here. But you know, you really don't need to use butter if you already have Butter Rich, because you already got butter flavor in this, but I'd still recommend putting butter on it just so you really have those authentic pancake vibes. And then after that, you just grab a little dollop of butter just like that, just sort of spread it across the top. Doesn't need to be fancy. There you go. Oh yeah. And what's nice about putting butter on a hot pancake is that obviously it's hot, so it's gonna be melting like crazy. We'll just go ahead and leave that right there, put that back on there, and then you grab the scissor and you just kind of just give it a nice little ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. All right, that's probably enough syrup. Actually no, that's a thick pancake. Give it a little bit more. You want a nice layer across the top so you have enough as you go. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. We're American. We're fat and we don't give a fuck. If that joke triggered you, that just means that it's true. That's one thing that I've learned. People only ever get mad about jokes if there's actually a layer of truth to them. Bon apple tits. The pancake is complete. Oh my god. Syrup almost ran off the side of the plate. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you make a 10 out of 10 flawless, decadent, masterful grotesque pancake. And when it's all said and done, remember, don't be an asshole, clean up after yourself. So we're gonna leave that there for a minute just to kind of cool off. Then you grab like the remainder of your pancake mix, just sort of slot it all in right there. You just go ahead and put the spatula in the sink right there, and you grab this balancing act and put it in the sink. Also gotta bag up the cocaine and put this away. Until the next crack making session, don't forget to put the napkins in the twash. I hate how sticky your fingers get after you use syrup, but hey, sticky fingers is not uncharted territory for me. I'll just sort of fill up the pan with a bit of water, you know, let it soak, try to get it to cool off for a minute before we put it down with everything else, and yeah, a little something like that. That ought to be alright. Alright. We're all good here. Make sure that the stove is off on every single one. Is this OCD checking? Of course it is, but at the same time, this is the one time where I think OCD is justified because you don't want to burn the house down, so make sure everything is off. Gosh freaking darn it, dude. The bottom of my tripod got sticky. Everything is getting sticky right now. I keep wipes in my room for situations like this. I wish I was kidding. And we grab some tissues to dry up the aftermath. But anyways, just like that, we are now back at our setup proper. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys made some tasty pancakes following my Chef Gordon Ramsay tier advice. For the best cooking tutorials and advice and just food in general, you already know this is the best place on YouTube. Anyways, besides all that, I will see you guys next time when we cook our next effortful, luscious, delicious, grotesque dish. Hello everybody and welcome back to G's Kitchen, where today we'll be making yet another high tier, high class, 5-star, exquisite, decadent dish, that being grilled cheese. Now before we go cook, obviously as always I'm gonna need to do a bit of a wardrobe change. So 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I know it's nothing too crazy, but I gotta do some laundry, what can I say? Anyway, the mic quality is gonna be terrible when we go out there because my phone mic is pretty terrible, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's get out to the kitchen. On the road again, going to this kitchen where I've already been. Oh my gosh, man, it is so bright outside today. Why is the sun gotta be on all the time? Alright, lads, I'm gonna set you up like right there. How's that look? Oh my gosh, dude. I hate how blinding that is. Like, it's always just like, it's like this bright, piercing light, like a laser just coming in. You know what I wish? I wish that, like, good lighting was just a universal thing. You know what I mean? Where, like, you go anywhere, you're never too pale, it's never too dim, the saturation's just right, but no, life just has to be ugly naturally. Anyway, for a grilled cheese sandwich, the first thing you're gonna need is some bread. It would probably be helpful to grab a plate. I mean, I don't know, if you just want to wing it and, like, hold the sandwich, I mean, you know, you do you. Grab a few paper towels just to be safe. Then you want to go to your fridge and grab your butthole, or I'm sorry, I mean butter. Country cock. And then since I'm severely allergic to dairy, we grab our vegan cheese. Now what you want to do is grab 2 slices of bread, get them all set up on the plate like so, and then you want to get two pieces of cheese to go in this piece. Bada bing, bada boom, there is the cheese. Now before we do the next part, we should actually probably go ahead and get a pan out, which I learned from the last G's Kitchens video that the pans are down here. Okay, you know what? Last time we rejected this one because I was like, oh man, it's compensating. It's like, you know, it's trying to compensate for the fact that it's a tiny pan by being all big on the sides. If ever there was a pan that could be a pick-me, this is it. This is the pick-me pan right here. But you know what? For all intents and purposes, you know, the sandwich would fit inside of here. I'll give it a little bit of love today. For this, I'm thinking we'll crank it up, I don't know, like a medium or something. I don't know, medium high. It doesn't... Just make it hot. Next, you have 1 of 2 options. You can either A, spray the pan with some Pam spray, letter B, put some butter on the outside of the bread pieces, or letter C, be American as fuck and put mayo on the outside as if there's not enough calories in the sandwich. We're gonna roll with the butter out. So you can just sort of marry the 2 pieces together. And honestly, you might want to put butter on like before you put the cheese on, but you know, it is what it is. Again, nothing too crazy or fancy here. Just grab a little dollop of butter, you know, just start spreading it on the outside. Then you just want to kind of flip it over, grab a little bit more butter, get like a, yeah. Oh wait, no, that's too big of it. Hold on, we ain't Paula Deen in this thing. I don't know if y'all ever watched her before, but for her, like every time she cooks something, it's like, okay, here's like a few ounces of this, here's like a few grams of that. Okay, now we're gonna put like a whole damn stick of butter. Again, nothing too insane, just enough to make the outside of the bread nice and moist. Now the pan is pretty warmed up, so I'm pretty sure we can just take the sandwich and just drop it on the pan. So now if you look at it, there it is. And similar to the pancake that we made before, we just kind of stand here and wait for a while. What can I say? I do cook the most exciting foods. I've had Boulevard of Broken Dreams freaking stuck in my head all day, and I also finally just heard that one version that like Machine Gun Kelly did, where he did like the one empty out your pockets like juice roll thing, and then at the end like he tossed in that Boulevard of Broken Dreams thing, which honestly sounded so good over that rap beat. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Oh man, I see a little bit of steam coming off that sandwich, dude. I gotta get like a GoPro or something for these videos so you guys can see my perspective, because I mean, it looks fine. I think I might need to drop that to like a medium heat. I'm really excited because this phone that I use all the time, I mean, you guys can tell just from watching the videos. I mean, the camera quality is garbage, the mic quality is garbage, and the phone itself, bro. Okay, so the last Android I had, right? It got so bad, and it got to a point where the screen literally came off. Like, the screen detached from the back. I have no idea how the hell that happened. And now this phone is starting to have a similar issue where the back is literally starting to detach, and it's not one of those Androids that's supposed to do that. I've seen on some Android phones, it's like, oh, the back detaches, you can change the battery. No, this is just one where it's like, okay, the back detaches, the whole phone's gonna break. So basically, I was looking around on Amazon. I found like a red iPhone 12, 256 gig, which is better than mine. Mine's like a 64 gig and whatever, for like $260. So I think I'm gonna pick that up. I also saw an iPhone 13 for like $320 though, but it's like, that extra 60 could go towards like, I don't know, like an anime body pillow or something. Oh man, some of the cheese fell off the sandwich and now it's like starting to melt to the side of the thing. I don't know, yeah, you can see it right there. It's like melting to the side of the pan. Whoops. Now you don't want to flip it just yet because, you know, we do kind of gotta like, here's the thing. Normally I take the spatula thing down. I start like pushing down on the bread, but with the way that the butter's layered, it kind of makes a mess sometimes. So you kind of just like want to check it every now and then. Really, you don't want to, yeah, like we don't gotta flip it yet. You want to wait till it's like a golden brown. By the way, for those that are unaware, I just announced the other day that my album is going to be releasing October 26th, which is my birthday. Since it's like an album all about me, I just figured that'd be fitting. Also, the first single is going to be coming out here relatively soon. I'm thinking first half of July. I'm going to push that out, so that's exciting. Could you imagine if I just casually leaked some of it, like right now, just as we were standing here, as if it was like playing under my commentary? Wouldn't that be crazy? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm turning this up to like medium high, bro. This thing's taking an eternity and a half to cook. Okay, it's starting to get there. You want to get it to like golden brown. You don't want to like burn it, right? You don't want to be eating charcoal, but you want to make sure it's like a nice McDonald's hash brown, golden brown, just kind of, you know, somewhere you bite into it, it's nice and crispy, but it's not like ashes. Oh, you heard that sizzle? Yeah, it's steaming. All right. Oh, that is literally perfect. You hear that? Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's how you want to get it, baby. And now you just kind of wait. This is so much less in depth than the other ones I've done. Somehow this seemed simpler to me than even the peanut butter and the jelly, or the peanut butter and the jelly. Peanut butter jelly time. Hey, peanut butter jelly in the baseball bat.
Y'all ever be standing there taking a shower and then the water just becomes like bipolar all of a sudden? It's like, oh, you had your nice warm water? Well, no, you're about to freeze your ass off. And then as soon as you're done freezing, then like the hottest water known to man, like it literally just feels like hell is shooting out of your shower head and it's just like raining down on you and there's just nothing you can do about it. It's like, okay, you're just gonna like melt to death and die. Like that's it. Goodbye. Wow, I wasn't just like expecting it to be done already, but yeah, this grilled cheese is, oh my gosh, that cheese is so melty. So, yeah, once it's looking like that on both sides, like golden brown like that, and you can see like the other side a little bit golden brown, then that's it. I did screw up a little bit because some of the cheese kind of got melted to the pan, so whoops.
And then you gotta like quadruple check that you turn the stove off because you don't want to burn the house down.
All right, gents, you know what time it is. So first we're gonna cut the sandwich, which let me just say, if you cut your sandwiches vertically, you're probably a serial killer and you need to seek professional help immediately. So we're gonna cut it like horizontally, like diagonally. Bro, I can barely cut through it from how melted the cheese is. Oh my goodness, this is about to be like freaking insane. Okay, so then we're gonna do a cheese pull test. You ready? Oh, go. Wow, that was the worst cheese pull that I've ever seen. But here. How about this? Let me. Oh yeah, there we go. Now that. Oh, look at that ooey gooey mushy goodness. It doesn't even look like cheese anymore, man. It just looks like Big Bird splooge. Now, this next bit is optional, but it's something that I always do just because it takes a grilled cheese from just being like, oh, this is a grilled cheese, to being like, oh, this is a fucking grilled cheese. Grab a little bit of that good old yellow French's, and then you just want to like pop the top on the grilled cheese if it'll come back. I literally just pulled it apart, but it got stuck together, and then just take like the one piece of it and just like do a little drizzle of the French's. Oh yeah, I got on my finger, but whatever. I'm used to strange substances getting on my fingers anyway. Then you marry the pieces together again, and there you have it. That's a fucking grilled cheese. Like this, oh, that's a grilled cheese. But the one with the mustard, that's a fucking grilled cheese. Another thing you can do that my mom always did for like me and my siblings when we were younger is she'd make like tomato soup with it, and then you put like cheeses or like goldfish in it. We always did like cheeses, but you know, just whatever you have. And yeah, then you like dip your grilled cheese in it too. Oh man, hear me out. Is grilled cheese and tomato soup just like poor man's pizza? Think about it. I know it's like not mozzarella cheese, it's like American cheese, but otherwise, right? You got like the tomato, which would be like the tomato sauce, the breading, which would be like the crust, and then the cheese, which is like the cheese. Am I thinking too much? Am I thinking too far into that one? But then the next step is pretty simple. You eat the grilled cheese. Mission accomplished. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams.
And then don't forget to clean up after yourself. You gotta put your cock back in the fridge. And you gotta grab the yellow mustard, put that where it goes, bada bing, bada boom. Also, don't forget to throw the napkins away.
And then it's probably a good idea to make a pit stop in the bathroom and wash your hands after all that, because with all that butter and cheese and possibly mayo, if you decided to be a fat American, yeah, good idea to wash up. Welcome to my bathroom, nerds. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That is how you make a grilled cheese grotesque style. I should really trademark that. And anytime you go to a restaurant, it's like, oh, you want chicken nuggets? Do you just want chicken nuggets? Or do you want chicken nuggets grotesque style? You want a peanut butter and jelly? Or do you want a grotesque style? Anyways, I'll see you guys back here for the next time that we make our next 5-star, decadent, exquisite, delicious, grotesque dish. But anyways, always massive shout out to all the patrons and channel members. Thank you to all you in the low ball tier, and then even very shout out to the big ball tier, but the last king, every dad, many in the beach, on D tier, random and some cheese girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are little legends. I love you. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. Love you all. Peace.